Okay, we are connected. Welcome back, yogis. First, I just want to say thank you for joining me today on my mat. Most importantly, thank yourself for showing up on your mat today. Giving yourself time to really just kind of land into the body and have some fun. Before we get started today, I wanted to clear up any misconceptions about today's class. We've got beginner yoga on deck, and I just wanted to say, a lot of people are probably not going to be showing up to today's class just because it says beginner flow. The only major difference about my beginner flow compared to any of my other flows is that my beginner flow has a lot more cueing, so I'll be giving a lot more direction. You'll still be challenged, and if you're not challenged, you'll have other things to focus on, like your breath work, your posture, and just holding the poses, staying present as much as you possibly can. So basically just, staying within your body in the confines of your mat. So that being said, everybody can benefit from a beginner flow. You'll still probably be feeling quite the stretch, and you'll probably even notice your heart rate going up. So that's about it. I will not be using props today. I'm just going to be going through a regular flow sequence. If you have props and you'd like to set them up next to your mat, either blocks, a strap, a yoga wheel if you have it, be my guest. I just won't be demonstrating how to use them. And maybe a glass of water. So that's about it. Oh, and before I get started today, I just wanted to share with you guys what I woke up to this morning. How cute is this? Oh, I guess it's backwards for you guys, but it says, "Your husband loves you more than anything. P.S. XOXO. How cute is that? I love waking up to little stuff like this. He makes my day. But that's it. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so we're going to be starting up at the top of our mat today. Feet will be hip width distance. And then from here, just stand up tall. Take a deep breath in. Stretch your arms high. Exhale. Hands come towards the heart. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Stretch up. Exhale. Hands down towards the center of your chest. Now stay here. Breathe in. Exhale out of your mouth. Again, breath in. Out the mouth. Start to soften the shoulders. Last round like that. And just seal up those lips. Take a breath in. Out the nose. And continue a few rounds like this. Eyes open or closed. And just start to tuck the tailbone under a little bit as you lengthen up through the spine. Crown of the head is reaching nice and tall. Chest is lifting up into the thumbs. Continue to breathe. We'll do one more round together. If your eyes are closed, go ahead, just open them. Step the big toes together to touch. Heels will be slightly spaced. Inhale, sweep your arms nice and high. Get a giant stretch out of this. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Find your flat back by bringing your hands onto your shins, and then draw your stomach muscles in and pull your shoulders back. Crown of the head is reaching forward. So this is not just a transitional pose right here. This is an actual posture. We call this Uttanasana. From here, just fold it out. Crown of the head gets heavy. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, flat back. This time, exhale, plant the hands down. Step your left foot to the back of the mat and tap your left knee down. Untuck your back toes. And then from here, extend your arms all the way up. Press your hips forward and down. Breathe in, reach high. Breathe out, hips forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, draw the stomach muscles in, and then exhale, plant the palms down, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee high. Step back to a high plank, breathe in. Exhale, squeeze your core muscles and lift your spine up towards the ceiling. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, glide forward a couple inches. Exhale, as slow as you can for the count of 5, we'll lower all the way down onto our chest. 4, 3, elbows facing the back wall. 2, 1, all the way down. Untuck the toes in the back. Extend your arms all the way forward. Inhale, lift everything up away from the mat. Gaze is down at the floor. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower. Fingertips come underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into a child's pose. Now, I'll leave it up to you. If you'd like to separate the knees, bring the big toes together and then lower down towards the forehead. Or you can bring the thighs together to touch, getting more of a stretch through the low back. We'll take 2 rounds of breath here. Inhale, come forward, press yourself up into a tabletop. Let's get everything lined up here. And then just tuck the toes, carefully lift the knees and the hips all the way up and back. Your first down dog. We'll take 2 rounds of breath here, nice and slow. Maybe you're pedaling out the legs, or maybe you're just simply pressing the heels back and down. Last breath. Inhale, swing your right leg high, point the toes, and roll your outer right hip down as you draw your stomach muscles in. Stay here. 1 more breath in. Exhale, right knee pulls towards the nose as you glide forward. Now, step the right foot down in between the hands and rise all the way up into your crescent lunge. Your back heel is super high. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, get a little bit lower through the front thigh. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, hands come towards the heart. Step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. And just go ahead and release the arms along the sides. All right, from here, let's do the other side. Inhale, swing your arms up nice and high. Exhale, hands to heart, fold all the way forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, flat back, stomach muscles pull in. Exhale, plant those hands down, step your right leg all the way back, and then just tap that right knee down. Untuck the back toes. Use your stomach muscles to rise up through the arms. Exhale, press the hips forward and down. Breath in and out. Inhale, stretch higher. Exhale, palms down, step back, high plank. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep squeezing the core here. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale for the count of 5, all the way down onto your chest. 2, 1, down. Untuck the back toes. Lift your arms straight out in front. Inhale, lift everything away from the floor. Exhale all the way down. Again, inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower nice and slow. Fingertips underneath the shoulders. Press back into your child's pose, whatever variation you choose. I did wide knee last time, so I'm going to close my knees this time and just drape over my thighs. 2 breaths in and out. Inhale, come forward, finding that tabletop. And then just tuck the toes under and nice and slow, press back and up to your down dog. 2 rounds of breath. Remember, you want to hollow out the armpits here. So you're wrapping the outer armpits down towards the mat and then spinning the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. So there's a lot happening here. Inhale, extend your left leg up, point the toes, keep the stomach muscles pulling in, and then exhale, left knee to nose, glide forward, step your left foot down. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, extend your arms all the way up. Exhale, get low. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, hands to heart, step forward. Release the arms. Now we're going to do the same thing that we just did, only this time we're going to add just a little bit more stretching into that. Big toes touching. Inhale, swing the arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release the palms to the mat. Left foot goes all the way back. Tap that left knee down. Untuck those toes. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, press the hips forward. Inhale, get longer through the side body. Exhale, peel your arms open out to the sides, about 90-degree angle with the elbows here. And then lift the center of your chest up as the hips continue to press forward. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, rise all the way back up through the arms. Exhale, plant the palms down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step back to your high plank. 2 rounds of breath here. Getting a little bit stronger with each plank. Inhale, scoot forward a little bit. Exhale, very slow to the mat. You'll come all the way down. Your body's in one straight line. Extend the arms forward, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, lower everything down. Again, inhale, lift. This time, stay. Inhale, lift a little higher. Now, exhale, go ahead, lower down. Fingertips underneath the shoulders. Let's press back into our version of a child's pose. And we'll land here for 3 breaths this time. So maybe you want to shift the hips from side to side. Really activate the child's pose. Reach the hands forward as the elbows lift away from the mat. And then hips are heavy towards the heels. 1 more breath. Inhale, tabletop. Tuck the toes, press the hips up and back. 3 breaths here in your down dog. So make whatever adjustments you need to in order to get those heels nice and heavy. Slight bend of the knees here, and then draw those stomach muscles in. Last breath. Inhale, right leg reaches up, point the toes, keep the hips squared. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it up and back, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, swing it high. Exhale, knee to nose. Look between the hands, set your foot down between the thumbs. Remember your back on that back foot, just on the ball of the foot. So the heel is really lifting up. Arms extend nice and high, breath in. Exhale, open the arms out to the side just like you did in the other variation. Stay here for the inhale, lift the chest higher. Exhale, get lower through the front thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, step it forward. Release the arms along the sides. Let's take 1 breath in here. And 1 breath out. Inhale, swing it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Now maybe you're a little bit more open now through the hamstrings and you want to keep your fingers on the mat. Find a flat back. Still pull those stomach muscles in. And then exhale, plant your hands down. Right leg goes back. Tap the back knee down. Untuck those toes. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, press the hips forward. Continue to reach high. Breath in. Exhale, open the arms out to the sides. Inhale, lift the center of your chest. Exhale, hips forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms down. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. Plank pose. 2 breaths here. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale all the way down, nice and slow. Untuck those toes, reach the arms forward. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift it high. Stay for your exhale. Your gaze is down. 1 more breath in. Now release to the mat. Fingers underneath the shoulders. Press back into your child's pose. 3 deep breaths here. Tabletop, breathe in. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths from here. Inhale, left leg goes high, point the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, swing it up and back. Exhale, draw it in. Last one, inhale. Exhale, pull it in nice and tight. Look down, step your foot down. Crescent lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, get low. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Stay here, breathe in. Stay here, breathe out. Lift a little higher. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands towards the heart. Step forward. Big toes touch. Release the arms. Inhale, swing it high. Exhale, just fold forward. I want you to release your arms down all the way. And then from here, just go ahead. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Now, it's up to you if you want to keep your big toes touching here, or if you just want to heel toe them out for this fold about hip width distance. Bend the knees a lot here, and let your chest rest on your thighs. We'll take 3 rounds of breath. Maybe you're swishing the hips from side to side, just loosening up the joints, and then softening the muscles through the neck and the shoulders. Last breath. And if you separated the feet, go ahead, heel toe them back together so that the toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, find a chair pose. So your arms reach nice and high as your hips go low. Tuck the tailbone under, draw the stomach muscles in, and then soften the shoulders. You've got 2 more breaths here. Shift more weight in towards the heels. Maybe you can lift your toes away from the floor. And then get a little bit lower. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Interlace the fingers overhead. Release both index fingers. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, just stretch over towards the right. So now you're rooting down through the outer edge of your left foot as your left hip reaches all the way over towards the left side of your mat. Your gaze is now shifting underneath your left arm. Your fingers are still reaching right. Let's find a lot of length here through the left side body while finding length through the right side body. So instead of crunching down on the right side, you're lifting out of it. Pull those stomach muscles in, breathe in, and then exhale, stretch further. 1 more. Inhale, come all the way back up to the top. From here, keep your fingers interlaced. Maybe lower your index fingers. Pull your right knee up in towards your chest, and then take your hands on top of your right shin. You'll start to pull the knee in nice and close towards your chest as you stand up really tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, flex the right foot. And continue to lift. We're finding balance here through the left leg, building muscles through the left ankle. Draw the shoulders back, chest is reaching forward. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Left hand comes to the left hip. You'll just slowly start to move the right knee out to the right side. Either stay here, or maybe you just challenge your balance and shift your gaze over your left shoulder. Keep standing up nice and tall, stomach muscles pulling in nice and tight. 2 breaths. Focus on something that is not moving right now. Maintain that balance. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, come back to center. Extend your left arm nice and high. Exhale, drop your right knee in line with your left knee, and then reach back for the inside of your right foot using your right hand. Now you can stay here. You're really going to start to feel this through the base of the left foot. You're either staying here and getting really long, or you're going to start to slowly kick into the right hand, and then start to use the right hand to lift the right foot up and back. And then once you feel secure enough, start to put a little bit more of a bend in that left leg, and then maybe you can hinge forward. 2 breaths wherever you are. Last one. Nice and slow. Pull the right knee back in line with the left knee. Release the foot down, release the arm. Let's go ahead and shake that out a little bit. Inhale, stretch the arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart and release. All right, interlace the hands behind the low back. Pull the shoulders back, pull the knuckles down. Breathe in. Exhale, let's hinge forward. Fold by bringing the knuckles over the head, bend the knees. Crown of the head is heavy again. Pull those stomach muscles in and try to get the palms to touch here. Breath in. And breath out. One more. Nice and slow, you'll drop the knuckles to your low back first. Then inhale, either unravel, come up to stand, or just come up to stand, release the arms along the sides. Inhale, swing the arms up, palms facing one another. Exhale, sit low, come into your chair. 2 breaths here. Sit back and down in towards the heels. One more. Inhale, stand up. Interlace the fingers, release the index. Now inhale, get taller. Exhale, stretch left. Find the stretch along the right side body and breathe into that. Every exhale, you can stretch just a little bit further. You're rolling your left armpit underneath you. Continue to breathe. One more here. Inhale, come all the way back up. Keep the fingers woven together. Left knee pulls up in towards the chest. Palms come right on top of that left shin. Stand up tall. Pull the shoulders back. Draw the knee in nice and close. Couple rounds of breath. Flex the left foot. One more. Right hand on the right hip. Left knee moves out to the left. Breath in. Maybe look right. I'm just trying to open up the front body here. Open up the hip. Carefully come back to center. Right arm extends all the way up. Left knee drops in line with the right knee. Reach back for the inside arch of your left foot and stay here. Inhale, palm is facing forward as you stand up nice and tall. Exhale, if you kicked last time, let's go ahead and start to kick on this side. If you're a righty, I would say this side is probably going to be easier because it's more of a stable foundation through the right foot. And just start to kick. Now, there's no hinging until you've reached your max with the kick. So stand up nice and tall, that right arm is still reaching, and then once you reach your max, you can start to hinge. 2 breaths. Nice and slow, come back to center. Release the foot, release the arm. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let it go. All right, interlace the hands behind the low back. Pull the knuckles down, breath in. Breath out, fold. Couple breaths here. Chin to chest. Let's try to soften everything through the neck right now. One more breath. Nice and slow, lower the knuckles to the low back. Inhale, extend the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And release. Inhale, stretch the arms high, sit low. Come back into that chair pose. 2 breaths here. Everything through the core is pulling in right now. On this next inhale, you reach up extra high. Exhale, just swipe it forward and fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Let's step back to a high plank. Stay here 2 rounds of breath. Spread the fingers really wide. And then press the mat away from you so you can hollow out the core. 1 more breath. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, nice and slow for the count of 5, all the way down. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're down completely on the mat. We're just gonna do a little quad stretch right here. So we'll start with the right side. Pulling the right heel up in towards the right glute. Reach back with your right hand and grab onto the outside edge, the pinky edge of your right foot. And start to draw the heel in even closer towards the glute muscle. Your chin is down or your right ear is to the floor. We're staying here for 5 breaths. So when you inhale, I want you to feel your stomach muscles ballooning out and pressing the mat away. And then when you breathe out, you get rid of all the air in your lungs. A couple more just like that. And release. Other side. So that right hand comes underneath your right shoulder. Chin comes back to the mat if you were on your ear. And just pull the left heel towards the left glute. Reach for the pinky edge of your left foot or the ankle. And then whatever you've gotten a hold of, take a breath in. Breath out, pull the heel in nice and close. If you came over onto your right ear last time, let's do the opposite ear this time. You're breathing into the left quadricep and softening every muscle. Couple more. Chin back to the floor, release your grip. Both legs long, hands underneath the shoulders. Take 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Both heels pull in towards the glutes. Now, if you cannot reach the outsides of your feet, that's fine. just maybe you want to pull towards them, or you just keep your hands down and start to pull the heels down closer towards the glutes. If you can reach, go ahead, grab onto the outside edges and just start to pull both feet down towards the glutes at the same time. Couple rounds of breath here. Go ahead, release, nice and slow. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let's move it back to a closed knee child's pose. So thighs are touching, arms are reaching forward, hips are pressing down and back. Forehead comes all the way down to your mat or to a block, whatever you choose. Just rest completely on top of your thighs. Let's take 2 rounds of breath here, reaching the hands forward, elbows are lifted, armpits are rolling down. Feel the compression through the low belly here. We're detoxing the organs. Now you can choose to stay here or interlace the hands behind the low back. Zip up the palms and pull the knuckles back. Inhale, rise onto the crown of the head. Trying not to press too much weight into the crown of the head. You're really taking a lot of the weight out of there by pressing down into the shins. And then start to drive the knuckles up overhead, pulling those stomach muscles in, lift the spine up. 2 breaths. Carefully lower the knuckles and lower the hips. Reach your arms straight out in front. Press into a tabletop. Separate the knees. Spread the fingers wide. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Down dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Point the toes. Keep those hips squared to the mat. Then exhale, right knee, right elbow. Hold it. Stay for your next breath in. Stay for your next breath out. Inhale, kick it up and back. Exhale, pull the knee towards the nose, look between the hands, and step your foot through. From here, drop the back heel all the way down onto the mat and cartwheel your arms all the way up into a warrior 2. Look at your back foot. Just make sure that the back foot is at about 90 degrees. So maybe the pinky edge of your foot is parallel to the back of your mat, or maybe it's just slightly angled so that the toes are over towards the left a little bit. Arms stretching wide out to the sides. Get low through the front thigh. 3 breaths here. Gaze over your right middle finger. Last 2. Tuck your tailbone under, activate the core. Flip your front palm so that the palm is facing up. And go ahead, nice and slow. Stretch back into your exalted warrior, looking up at your hand, really breathing into that stretch. Get low through the front thigh. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Now straighten your front leg. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, drop the outside of your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Micro bend in this front leg here so that you're not locking it out, okay? And then just look up at your left hand. Try not to put too much weight to the inside of that right leg using the right hand here. You kind of just want to be a little bit weightless, so you have to work the obliques. Pull the stomach muscles in and twist to look up. Last 2 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, immediately reverse your triangle. So just bring that right arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the ground. Frame your front foot. Extend your right leg all the way up towards the sky. And then pull your right heel towards your left glute. Drop your bottom foot down towards the mat so that your heel is glued to the floor. And then lift your right knee up even higher. So opening up that whole right side body. Maybe you want to draw some circles here with your right knee. Getting into that joint. Getting into the hip flexor. Inhale, extend your right leg all the way back and up. Exhale, tap the toes down. Inhale, glide forward. Find your high plank, nice and slow. Use the whole breath to get there. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press the mat away. Come back into top of a push-up. Exhale into down dog. Okay, other side. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Stay here, breath in. Stay here, breath out. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Back heel roots down. Arms cartwheel up, warrior two. Couple breaths here. Maybe just check back with your back foot. Make sure it's lined up properly. And then soften the shoulders, reach the arms out nice and wide. 2 breaths left. Flip your front palm, reverse. Stay low through the front leg and just reach up and back. Inhale, come back into your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach forward as the right hip presses back. Exhale, go ahead, drop the outside of the hand to the inside of the leg. Reach that right arm high, and then just twist your gaze to look up. Stomach muscles pulling in, weightless through the bottom hand, micro bend in that front leg. 2 breaths left. Inhale, nice and slow, come back up into your triangle and just reverse. Cartwheel, the hands down, frame the front foot. Now the palms are completely flat on the mat. Extend your left leg all the way up, left heel towards the right glute. Open up the left side. Remember to root your base heel down to the ground and then really try to open here by keeping your chest squared to the floor. So equally distributing your weight between both hands, just continue to open. If you drew circles and you want to do that again, inhale, straighten out your left leg. Exhale, tap the toes down. Inhale, glide forward, high plank, nice and slow. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press the mat away, top of a push-up. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. They go nice and slow. Heavy the heels, hips up and back. Inhale, lift up onto the toes. Look up towards the front of your mat. Bend your knees a lot. And then just step up in between the hands, crisscross the ankles, and sit your bum down. So now you're completely down on the ground. Extend the legs forward. So that was a nice and easy transition there. Let's go ahead and shake the legs out. And then flex the feet. Inhale, swing the arms high. Exhale, draw those stomach muscles in before you hinge, and then reach forward. Inhale, lift your chest up through the shoulders. Exhale, I want you to round the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest, and fold deeper. Again, inhale to lift. Exhale, fold it out. Stay here, 2 rounds of breath. Breathing into the hamstrings here, noticing the whole back portion of your legs opening up. And then inhale, nice and slow. Walk your hands back as you lift your chest high. Okay, so we'll bring the soles of the feet together now. Knees are going to fall out nice and wide. And I want you to take your hands to the outsides of the feet. Open the feet up so that maybe you can actually press the tops of the feet down into your mat. And then from here, sit up really tall. Pull the shoulders back, breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. And slowly start to round through the spine as you bring the crown of your head down towards the soles of your feet. And continue to roll all the way down, hitting your edge. And wherever that is, I want you to breathe deep into this space. Maybe use your elbows to press the knees all the way down. Or at least keep them from rising up into your face. We've got 4 more breaths here. Now you're really focusing on breathing not only into the spine, but into those hip joints, into the hip flexors. Try to soften. So instead of engaging the muscles, which is just a natural instinct to protect the joints, I want you to soften. So maybe a good way to soften is to engage every muscle in your body right now, making it nice and tight. Take a breath in. And then consciously let everything go. Now you'll notice those areas you may have been clinging onto that you didn't notice before. Let's take one more breath here. Very slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. You're going to start to unravel, come back up to seated. All right. Now from here, keep your feet exactly where they are. You're going to take your peace fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, and wrap them around the inside of your right big toe. Now take this left hand and try to keep the left foot exactly where it is, and just start to press the left heel away from you. Now your leg does not need to be completely straight. We're just working on engaging the core, sitting up really tall, and then trying to breathe into that hamstring to open it up. Now you will be shifting the right shoulder back if your leg is straight, trying not to reach forward towards the foot. You want to keep pulling everything back so that you can maintain that long spine. 1 breath in, and 1 breath out. Nice and slow, release that foot down. We'll do the other side. Hook the inside of the left big toe. And then carefully just start to kick the heel away from you. Noticing any difference between the sides too. One side may be easier than the other. Just continue to sit up tall wherever you are in this. And then nice and slow, you'll release that foot down. All right, so I'm going to come to the side here, kind of. We're going to do both legs at the same time. If you want to continue practicing 1 leg at a time still, go ahead. Otherwise, this is a really fun one to practice because you have to use your inner balance in order to stay up on the tailbone. But really, I recommend, in order to make this as easy as possible, you have to keep the spine long and you have to draw those stomach muscles in. So imagine somebody's going to come punch you right in the stomach, right? What's the first thing you do? You lock everything up right there, right? Keep that engagement and then lift the heels away from the mat. Once you have that, maybe you want to extend 1 leg out at a time, or maybe you just go for it and extend both legs out. You may rock back, but it doesn't hurt. It actually feels pretty good on the spine when you do. Just keep sitting up really tall and pressing the heels away as you pull the toes in and lock those shoulders into place. Let's do 2 breaths wherever we are. 1 more. If your legs are fully extended, maybe you try to bring them straight out in front. Take 1 breath in, bend the knees, and then just rock all the way down onto your back. Okay, so from here, walk the feet in. We'll do a bridge variation here. Fingertips can touch the heels, palms are facing down. Now press firmly into the feet and the palms. Inhale, drive the hips up. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift a little bit higher. Internally rotate the thighs down and towards one another. So keeping inner thigh activation, lift from the center of your chest and pull the chin away from your chest. So your gaze is going back behind you. Take 2 breaths here. Keep pressing into the palms to lift the heels higher, or lift the hips higher. Last breath. Slow all the way to the mat. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. You'll flex your right foot, reach both hands inside and outside the left thigh, interlace the fingers about the hamstring area. Keep that right foot flexed. Take a breath in. Exhale, start to pull the left thigh in towards your chest. Use your right elbow to press the right knee away from you and keep both shoulders glued down onto the ground. Now you'll tuck your chin towards your chest to maintain a long spine and draw that left knee in closer. You've got 3 breaths here. Final breath. Now you'll just release the leg so the hands come undone, left foot down on the ground. Keep your leg positioned exactly where it is. Stretch your arms out to the sides. Now your right ankle is still crossed over your left knee. I want you to rock both legs over to the right without changing anything. Now your right ankle is pressing your left knee down and you're going to look over your left arm. You're breathing into the psoas here as we're stretching pretty deep through the left side body. 2 breaths. Inhale, shift your head back to neutral. Bring your legs back up to that starting position. Now just close the gap between the thighs so you're crossing your right leg completely over the left leg. Pull the knees in towards your chest. Take your left hand and reach to the outside, the pinky side of your right foot. Take your right hand and reach for the pinky edge of your left foot. So now notice how I'm pretty crisscross up right here. You'll start to pull the knees in and then start to flex the feet and pull the feet down towards the mat. We're really opening up the outsides of the hips right here. I want you to breathe into this for 3 breaths. Elbows are wide, chin is tucked, everything is pulling down. Last breath. Now just release. Lower the feet to the mat. Uncross the top thigh. Arms along the sides. Palms face down. Let's do that through the other side. We'll start with our bridge variation. Inhale, lift the hips. This time, stay where you are or interlace the fingers underneath your low spine. Rock the shoulders underneath you. Lift the hips high and continue to activate between the thighs here. Press up, look back. 2 breaths. Final breath. First, release the fingers, plant the palms down. Nice and slow, you'll lower the hips. Come all the way down. The left ankle crosses over the right thigh or the right knee. Flex the left foot. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. Reach to the inside and outside of the right thigh and interlace the fingers. Keep flexing the left foot, draw the right knee in. Tuck the chin, pull the shoulders back so we're not reaching up towards the thigh, right? We want to keep everything flat on the back. 2 more breaths. Release your grip, lower your right foot to the floor. Arms extend wide. Keep that leg placement. Both knees drop over to the left. Gaze shifts right. Apply some pressure here with your left foot into the top of the right leg. Really breathe into that stretch. Final 2 breaths. Inhale through to center. Exhale, completely cross the left thigh over the right thigh. Pull both knees in towards the chest. Reach for the outer edges of your feet. Flex the feet, like pulling the toes towards the knees. And then start to pull the knees in closer and start to pull the feet down. Chin to chest, shoulders down. 3 breaths. Release. Both feet down. Unravel. Okay, let's stretch both legs out nice and long here. Stretch the arms high over the head. Take a deep breath in. Get really long. Exhale, arms along the sides. Separate the feet, mat width. Toes drop heavy. Palms face up. Shift the shoulders underneath the back. Final pose, Shavasana. And just try to close down the eyes. Maybe you'll set an intention for the rest of the day here while your mind is malleable. Start to draw in some strong feelings towards peace or love for yourself, love for others, and then just soften. When you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, you'll do it slowly by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe it's some minor rocks of the head here, rolling out the wrists. I want you to make your Shavasana your own. So if that means lying here for 5 to 10 minutes, which the longer you lay here, the more beneficial it is for your body to recover from what you just did. Or you can come up into a comfortable seated position and maybe guide yourself through some type of a meditation. Maybe listen to some music or just completely quiet the mind and relax. I'm going to leave you guys with a little mantra here. It's called the Gayatri Mantra. And we used to say this every day at yoga school. And so it was kind of drilled into my brain. And I'll tell you the meaning afterwards. It's Om Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayam. All that is, the Gayatri Mantra, is just acknowledging the light within yourself, the divine energy that exudes out of each and every one of us. Namaste. I will see you guys tomorrow for a very non-yoga type workout, booty burn. So if you guys have resistance bands, we will be using those. If you don't, no big deal. You're probably going to want to buy some though after this because I guarantee you're probably going to like this class. But I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day today. Take care, guys.